that was a really fun experience.
Yeah.
Crypt. Towers of Time.
Garrus.
Fight!
Fail, adapt, evolve.
Round 2, fight! Finish him! Fatality. Gearus wins. Flawless victory. Liu Kang. Round 1, fight!
against
Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Finish him! Fatality. Liu Kang wins. Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Finish him! Liu Kang wins. Liu Kang. Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Finish him! Round one, fight! Finish him! Liu Kang. Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Round one, fight!
There is only one reason why you would be here, and that is to defeat that perfection is key tower. So whoever, you just kind of pick whoever you want. Is the corrupted, like, talisman or whatever. It looks like Shinnok's amulet, but it allows me to punch through their blocks. And then you get this kiting wing, which takes up 2 slots, so that
Liu Kang. Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Liu Kang wins. Liu Kang. Round one, fight! Finish.
That third one, you can honestly pick whatever you want, and I didn't do King Wing, which takes up 2 slots, so that third one, you can honestly pick whatever you want, and I didn't do an immediate or whole tower modification. You can, it'll be quite a bit easier, and it should help you knock it out even faster. But little things that I had learned while playing this is that if you get knocked down or if you crouch, because the poison fog lays low, it damages you. The actual fighters are not damaging you, which is really interesting. But every modifier that the enemy has thrown at you in this is a poison modifier. So the Kite King Wing thing negates.
Round one, fight! Round one, fight! Round one, fight! fight. Round one, fight. Round one, fight. Finish him!
This is why I am champion.
Liu Kang wins.
Towers of Crypt.
Experience.
Who were some of the cool people? Like who's in that movie with you?
Nathan Fillion, he's really awesome. I became really good friends with him. Joel Kinnaman, Margot Robbie's in it. Jai Courtney's in it.
Hey,
yeah.
Pete. Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Did you use your seductive powers on her?
No, I was so terrified. She's so beautiful and nice. I just stayed my distance. I didn't want to bother her with, my stupidity.
Would you ever write a book about like the power of seduction? I mean, you are now legendary coxman already at 26. I was thinking about that. I would really want tips from you on how to meet women and how to play it cool. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, I have no idea what the fuck these girls are thinking. I have no idea why they're so interested. But sorry,
dude, you've got some power. What happened? Oh, those
He just
fucking
left the
earbuds.
pod. Yeah.
He's got those. I hate those.
I got so they never stay in your ears, and I got so excited that you called me a coxman. They jumped out of my ears.
Can I tell you something? Those ear pods are such shit. And I'm calling out Apple. Those are the Apple ones, right?
Yeah,
They're bullshit. They don't stay in your ear.
they never do.
Listen to me. I got Shure. I just got these Shure headphones, Shure. They stay in your ear and they sound awesome, but they got a wire. You know?
Yeah, like they're supposed to have a wire. That's how they stay in your fucking ears.
Exactly. Tell that to
Yeah.
Apple. Fucking
Yeah.
dummies. And those things are not cheap. No, what I'm saying is, you know, hey, by the way, if you're masturbating 2 or 3 times a day, do you close your eyes and think of all the awesome women you have been with and just like kind of imagine, or do you watch porn?
Oh, I watch porn. I'm old school. I have to visualize. I have to see all that
Crit.
stuff.
Top
What
combat.
an insane
Online.
person I would be masturbating to myself.
Combat League. Ranked set.
No, there was a time in my life, like when I went to college, you got to find your moments because, you know, your roommate's always around. So I'd have to close my eyes real quick and think about like the one woman I banged or the 2 that, you know, banged, even though they cried through it. But, you know, and that was before porn, you know what I mean? So
Even in your fantasy, they're crying.
all the time. It's horrible. It always ends horribly. It's so bad. You know, I've never had a sex dream.
Never? Yeah, me
Never.
either. I've never had a wet dream before. I know all my friends do, and they talk about them, how great they are. I've never once had one.
Have you ever had a dream that was like uplifting or fun or like exciting? I only have nightmares.
No, I only have nightmares, and I wake up like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. You know, and when I was watching your movie, I was thinking, is it worse to have your dad die young, and so you live your whole life having father hunger? Like, man, what my life would have been like if my father was alive.
Shirira, you fire god.
Is it worse to have a father who's alive, but he's a total dick to you? Like, what crushes you more?
I think I'd rather him be dead than have a total dick. I don't know about you guys, but that's I'd rather have the memories of a nice guy, you know, for a few years than somebody who's constantly with the approval of it doesn't give a shit. That's probably way worse.
Feeling
Yeah, you make the point in
competitive,
the
Kung
movie,
Lao?
too, which is a good point. Like,
I
you know,
feel
when
like
your
a
father
winner.
dies and you're
You
young,
always presume too
all
much.
you hear is great stories about him. Turn him into like this fucking crazy great guy. So you really feel like you're missing out on something. Really all the fucked up stuff about him, so that you wouldn't miss him so much.
Oh, thank you.
Way to go. Did you really growing up have a crying child in the house?
Yeah, we have like a little section in the house. I don't know if I like the production or not because it's super sad. But yeah, we have a little section of like memory photos and helmets and stuff.
And how true is it like, with the movie that you watched on stage, of course? And you're freaking out. You remember it being older. Shit, you turn right into a little kid because you're suggesting that your mom didn't do. You feel like she's the memory of your father, blah, blah, blah. Did your mom in real life start dating and did you freak out?
Round
Well,
2,
she
fight.
never did date. That's one of the reasons I wanted to make the movie is because like I wanted to show her that it was okay for her to be okay. I think she was getting laid constantly after putting up with my sister her whole life. Nothing would make me happier to get getting banged out by like a NFL quarterback.
Why did your mom think? Was it like, oh, my husband is so great, I can never be with another man? Or was it like she felt guilty around the kids? She didn't want to? What was going on?
I was such a troublesome kid. I don't think she
Clearly,
really
I'm
felt
better.
like she had the time to do so. So I feel like I kind of took that away from her. So my hope now is that she starts dating and gets out there and really lives for herself because, you know, she just put so much into me and my sister.
Is your sister really a goody two shoes like the sister in the movie? Like she could do no wrong. Is that your impression of your sister in real life? Like she's the good one, and you're the burden.
Yeah, she's had the 90 average her entire life. You know, she's the the class. She's a nurse becoming a doctor. She's above and beyond.
The girl playing your sister in the movie, that's Judd Sullivan.
Yeah, that's right.
She's really good.
Honored it.
Absolutely honored. I stayed away.
I know how you are. You can't control yourself. Isn't it the best part of being famous? These women. I look at my wife sometimes. Thank God I became famous. No way. It's the best part of fame. It truly is.
The loud legend grows.
I guess, yeah, it definitely is the weirdest part where you're like, you wouldn't like me if I was dead.
Yeah, you know what? She would. She would. She was like, you know what? I'm a good-looking girl. I'm a good-looking man.
It's the weirdest.
Yeah, so I think the best work you're doing on Saturday Night Live is that character Chad. Do you agree with that statement?
Yes, I think it's my only character and I'm sticking to it.
It's really good. The two I remember off the top of my head. Chad meets Jade. And she wants to suck your brains. And you even cause A-Rod to break up with her. And then you fall off the stage. You're trying to Did you write the character? One of the songs.
It was Mikey Day and Streeter. They just wrote this character for me, and then I found out that it was apparently if you asked me a question, I didn't realize this until after they did the character, but apparently I was like, okay, cool. So they were just kind of making fun of me. I think it turned out for a good character.
I knew a ton of kids growing up who were like that. One-word answers. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
And it's a really good. I had Sean Patton yesterday. He played the ultimate grown-ups. Totally talkative, you know.
Yeah.
Just like this guy who just stands there. And the other one I remember is Ruth Ball, where she turns you into a man. You fall down off your high heels. You're a very good physical comedian. I mean, is that something you enjoy, like doing the pratfalls and all that kind of stuff? Because you got big laughs doing that.
That's my favorite. I grew up watching Farley. I don't think about the dude smacking into a table. I just think it's really funny.
Oh, it's so funny when you put on high heels and you're dressed up as a woman and then you collapse wearing the high heels. It's just great. It really is. Really good stuff. So now what's going on love life-wise? Because everybody wants to know that. With Pete Davidson, you get a man who has accomplished too much as a 26-year-old. It's almost mind-blowing.
Dating in quarantine. What is that like?
You're not dating anyone right now. You're completely in masturbation mode. Is this a good thing for you? A breather from all these famous women and all that. It's healthy.
This is really healthy for me. I think enough people have heard about my love life for a long time, and didn't really want it to be like that. But you can only control so much. But yeah, I think I'm taking back from the dating life for a while. It got a little bit hectic for me. It's a lot.
It fucks you up, right? Because in all seriousness, every guy sitting there fantasizing. Could have been, the trifecta: Ariana Grande, Kate Beckinsale, Maya Gerber. Just those three. I would be like, it might be at some point having the camera on every minute, and then having people on social media going, "You don't deserve this, girl. Fuck you. Why are you getting constant pressure?
You're no challenge."
Yeah.
It's gotta be mind fucking blowing.
It just makes it unenjoyable, and it almost makes it impossible for you guys to progress as a couple because it becomes such an obstacle. You're trying to go out and just get food, and there's people taking pictures of you, or people up your ass, and it's definitely something I really didn't enjoy. It wasn't really good. So I've been just taking a seat back, working on myself, and masturbating.
Good for you. Let me tell you something. I've spent most of my life masturbating. I'll tell you the truth. Get that out of your system. I think you're really confident that you can do whatever you want. You don't have to deal with anybody. There's nothing wrong with it's too much pressure in my life. I heard that you were dating so I get that.
Challenge a champion.
Yeah, my uncles were really proud of me.
Final round. Fight!
They didn't start. You motherfucker. Why are you getting hurt?
It was the first time any of them took an interest in my career. They were like, cooking something. I needed a minute and a half buffer to get caught. And it's naturally,
I love TV every week. You're making stuff, doing Netflix content. 26, you're successful, and you're living in your basement worrying if you want to jerk. You just fucking. That's mind-blowing.
we're just kids trying to not get caught masturbating by our neighbors.
Finish him!
Yeah, I never got caught. You know why? I always did it in a bathroom when I lived at home with my mom. Made sure the door was locked.
Cum laude.
I took precautions. Sometimes I jerk off in my bed, real quick, get it into tissues, and then, like a recon mission, make sure they were asleep, and then run into the bathroom and get rid of my tissues. I should call you and advise you. That I could help you with. I can't help you with that.
You gotta write a book on masturbating.
Oh, I have. I've written several.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too much.
He's got technique. He can pass it on.
How long do you figure it's been since
Online,
I've seen you? Because
Combat
I
League,
saw you
ranked
in my
set.
studio, and you were dating Ariana, and she was in the green room. And I remember, I never even got to tell you this. I haven't lost the image of, as soon as the interview was over, she comes running in. She climbs on your lap, and she's like, baby, oh, and she starts talking to you. I was like, holy shit, look what's going down here with Pete. This is it was an unbelievable scene going on in my studio. It hasn't left my mind.
It was about 2 years ago, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. And the 2 years, sometimes I would want to pick up the phone and call you because I'd read in the paper that you went to some, I don't know, some mental place or some mental hospital or something. And then I was like, oh, I should pick up the phone and call the guy. But then I felt like maybe you'd think I was looking for information or something, but I wasn't. I just wanted to see how you were, but I didn't know you well enough. You know, I'd only met you the once.
Oh no, you're a real caring guy, man. I don't think enough people know how
Combat
caring
League,
and
ranked
I really
set.
appreciate you. You know.
All right, but I won't bother you with phone calls and stuff. You know what I mean?
You could always bother me. It would be an honor.
Yeah. So we're going to sell the movie on demand, I guess. Let me see if I have a
what?
Like a plug. You know what I mean? Telling people how to get the movie. Pete doesn't even know how to get the movie. He's sitting in a basement.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, how much publicity are you doing in the basement?
We're doing a lot of these. This has actually been the best one. This has been so much fun, but a lot of them are just like dealing with people from, we did a junket the other day and it was just people from like Germany being like, so Pete, your dad is dead.
Okay.
Your dad is dead and he's never coming back. How's Spain? And I'm like, oh man. Yeah.
The film is called The King of Staten Island. It's directed by Judd Apatow. Man, that's a pretty big deal to get him to direct the film. You know, he didn't pass it off to somebody else.
Yeah, I feel really like Dr. Dre to like produce your album. It was really big for me. I really appreciate it.
How to come about? What he called you? That's his move. He just calls somebody and says, "Let's do it."
Elder gods,
guide. Train wreck. I did walk on campus, and we became friendly. And then over the next couple of years, we just kind of ideas, and then finally we landed on like this what if mom started dating? What's his idea? All just started rolling.
You realize you had to go to the firehouse and try to see what that life's like, so you get to know him a little bit.
Round
Well,
2, fight!
there would be like these 9/11 anniversaries. There would be these like, kind of luncheons at firehouses, and I went the first couple of years, but then it started to get too sad, so I had to spend any time at the firehouse until we started shooting. We were hanging out with the guys, and that was really powerful stuff for me.
Was it difficult to go to a firehouse and actually did it cause you great pain?
Yeah, it was just sad because it was just like, wow, this is what my dad did, and if I would still be doing this, and just seeing how much the firemen enjoy it just made me because he would be doing that now, so it's definitely really rough. But Judd was really good about it, and he was really sensitive to my feelings, and he made sure I was okay while we were filming.
You know what was a really touching moment in the movie? I almost forgot to tell you this. I thought the most touching moment was you're in the firehouse and you're hanging out with all these guys, and they go off to fight a fire, and you're standing there, and this guy comes up and he goes, "Hey, I knew your dad. I'm really sorry to hear about your father and his death and this and that." And and you say something to him like, "Hey, not to be sorry. I didn't do anything. I mean, you don't have to worry about me." And he goes, "No, thank you.
Right.
I want to thank you." And you go, "Why are you thanking me? I didn't do anything." And the guy goes, "Thank you for your sacrifice." In other words, you want to make a sacrifice giving up your father.
Yeah, that was something that was said to me by a few firemen. I didn't really understood it, but Judd explained your dad made the sacrifice for you. So, yeah, that was something that happened.
Yeah, it was a dude recognizing that you had to give up something. You gave up your father, and he thanked you because he knows how hard it is for you. That was a beautiful moment. It was really cool.
It was also the biggest man ever.
Who is that guy? This guy is a guy. He probably weighs about 50 pounds.
Yeah, that's Hank Strong. He's a great actor that we met, and that dude was just bench pressing us on set. It was so much fun.
I love that it's Hank Strong. Pretty strong.
He's a monster.
Cool. Yeah. You still hanging out with these days? Anybody I should know about?
Round 2, fight!
Just my friend Jay, who I've been with, and see each other. The pandemic was on the coast, so pretty much nobody. Pretty much myself. Be humble. Like a fucking weirdo.
That's the guy who I mean, what is this? How do I get into this club?
There's a club, Howard.
You're fucking everyone, and your buddy Machine Gun is fucking Megan Fox.
Online. Combat
You
League.
could
Rank
be in our
set.
club.
How's he fucking her during quarantine? And why is it? Where's his mask, Machine Gun?
I have no idea,
Fight.
man. He's another excellent cocksmith.